Now we are going to learn how plants will depend on animals for their survival. Now we know that animals take in oxygen and they give out carbon dioxide during the process of breathing. Now this carbon dioxide which is released by these animals, it is essential in order to prepare food by these plants through the process of photosynthesis. So animals breathe in oxygen, they give out carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide which is released by these animals are required by plants in order to prepare food by the process of photosynthesis. So now here we have seen that plants will depend on animals for their survival. Now, can you think of any other way in which plants will depend on animals for their survival? Yes, animals will help in pollination. So you have already learned what is meant by pollination. So some animals, they sit on flowers, and especially animals like insects, butterflies, they sit on flowers and they carry the pollen grains from one flower and they take it to another flower and it gets stuck on the stigma of another flower. So in this way, animals will help in pollination. So again, plants depend on animals for their survival. Now, other than pollination, animals also help in the process of seed dispersal. So you have already learned what is meant by dispersal of seeds. So like animals, we human beings also help in the dispersal of seeds. So there are animals that help in the dispersal of seeds. They also help in the process of pollination and they breathe out carbon dioxide and that carbon dioxide is required by plants to prepare food by the process of photosynthesis. So we have seen three ways in which plants will depend on animals. So we have just learned how plants will depend on animals for their survival. We will now learn how these animals will depend on plants for their survival. Now we know that animals cannot prepare their own food. They take food from either plants or from other animals. So animals will take food from plants, which means they directly depend on plants, but animals will also take food from other animals, which means they feed on other animals, which will feed only on plants. So there are animals that feed only on plants. So animals can eat other animals which feed only on plants. So in that way, animals will depend on plants both directly and indirectly for their food. Now, how do you think animals get oxygen to breathe? Animals need oxygen in order to live. Now, this oxygen is produced by these plants during the process of photosynthesis. So, animals will take in oxygen and that oxygen is released by the plants when they prepare food during the process of photosynthesis. In addition to that, there are some animals and birds that live on trees. So birds and animals will live on trees, which again shows that animals will depend on plants for their survival. So here we have seen three important reasons why we say that animals will depend on plants. Now look into this picture very carefully. This picture shows interdependence of both living components and non-living components. So we have learned that dependence of living components on other living components and non-living components is known as interdependence. So here we see that plant, which is a living component, it depends on the non-living component air, And it also depends on the non-living component, that is nutrients from the soil. Now, this living component, that is animals, it depends on these plants, and it also depends on non-living component air and also water. Now, when these animals and plants die, they decompose and they get converted to nutrients in the soil. Now, these nutrients are again required by plants for their survival. Now, we human beings, we also depend on plants, non-living component air. We also depend on animals, and we also depend on the non-living component water. So here we can see that each of the component here are connected with each other. So this dependence of living component on other living component and non-living component is known as interdependence.